right to the magic, shall we? We're going to be jamming some green-black control here to start. So we've got some discard elements in Duress, Concealing Curtains, and Pelakka Predation as a spell land flip card. Then we've got some quality removal and sweepers and power word kill, Soul Shatter, Meathook, and Blood on the Snow. And then we've got some good beatdowns. We've got some Esika's Chariot and Sorin the Mirthless and Lolth the Spider Queen. We've got the Innkeeper kind of tying everything together, getting us to our 4s ahead of time and providing little bits of extra life gain. And then we've got, as additional green cards, we have some Outland Liberators on the sideboard to let us interact with artifacts and enchantments that black would otherwise miss. So I think the one thing I'm kind of interested to see from this list is our curve is a little bit higher with well, we have 14 cards that cost 4 or more, so I'm interested to see if Sorin feels reasonable in this deck with the more expensive curve since we're a little bit more controlling. So let's go ahead and dive into some games this one and see how it feels. Make Bolas great again. Thank you for the 31 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So we already have a lot of discard spells in our main deck. We have like 10 counting the what's it called. So I think playing Go Blank in addition to everything else is probably a little much. You have to respect the aggressive decks in the format. Thanks for the 7 months. I'm glad I'm on. Welcome back. So our deck doesn't have that many green sources in it. Is some of the concern about playing something like, you take the divide by 0 here. The concern with taking Renan's of the cast, because I did not tag Discord. Good call. Enjoy your power word kill. This card seems a lot worse than Duress in this format. And like, I don't have anything else to do with my mana this turn, so like it feels a little bit bad to get tempoed by the Fading Hope, but like, now this is a Fading Hope that's like not bouncing at these tokens later, so that seems fine. Land here is a great draw. We lead Chariot. Maybe leading Chariot is wrong into the massacres. Although if they're meat hooking this turn, this does mean they have a chance to miss their land drop, which is nice. Nope, they hit it. Tilter. Well, they didn't. Good shit. I'm gonna plus this because I'd like to hit a land to play the Concealing Curtains.
To set things right.
Greatness at any cost, chat. Any
My
cost.
ways are not for the weak.
So we got 2 draws at an untapped land here. Nice. Only needed 1. And they binned the Meathook Massacre. Okay. Start here and see what they do. Hey, LD, thank you for the 62 months. Welcome back. It's a while.
The generous one.
Yeah, I think we go on the beatdowns here.
You.
They discarded their second Meathook. Just start flooding the board.
You fight for me now.
Even if they have a super here, like it'll put Lolth up to 5, which seems fine, so we can just like immediately make more tokens. We have enough Stone start attack with Faceless Haven here too. Promising start. I guess that's a bit worse for us because it doesn't trigger Lolth.
Good minions are loyal and deadly.
So how about we do this, and then we do this, and then we flip this, and then we down tick Sorin, and we can copy the thing.
You will serve me well. You.
I think it's right to take their removal spell there. Could be wrong. Did I forget to draw with this? No, because we gained 3, right? Yeah, I drew.
I am merely delayed, not defeated.
Not defeated. Two, 4, 8, 12. At any cost, shit. At any cost.
Dire tactics.
You require my power is for annihilation.
You know, I mentioned, you know, is Zoran gonna feel good here? But with his vampires, like, Innkeeper getting us a little bit of life, he seems to be going a really long way here, huh? Like, we took 10 off of our Sorin there, and, just let us power through anyways. Extra Duress here, some go blanks. Seems like a Meathook and Blood on the Snow out angle. Check for traps seems good. I think I want some amount of power, word kill, and soul shatter, but I don't know exactly how many. Do I want some Outland Liberators as early pressure plus just a way to deal with these cards when they flip over? Like, you really don't want to sacrifice it to kill either of those, but attacking to kill them seems fine. Let's do this. 3 might be low on removal spells, but I've got like a bunch of discard spells that can catch creatures as well. We've got only 3 Duress, but we've got 4, 7, 8, 12 that can tag like Leers and stuff before they get into play. One of these things is not like the others. Green Sorcerer is obviously a great draw. We could just spike the 4th land to start salmon bombs on turn 4. Will be in a great spot. I mean, if I squint, this is a 4th land. He's gotta look at it very carefully. Alright, we're gonna YOLO the Sorin here, because we can uptick him at another shot at a 4th land. The 4th land is the name of the inn he runs. Well, wow, what a beating. This is just like the actual feel worse when this happens. Like, it's only gonna let them draw cards for missing land drops. Get tempoed to hell and back, and then they get card advantage because we were unlucky. I really don't like this design. The way that works is how it's a type of mechanic that just like snowballs you getting unfortunate. Feels like bad design. This lesson specifically. Alright. Let's try and grind some memory deluges, I guess. Feels like this game is probably over. We stumbled long enough. We stumbled long enough that we probably can't unbury ourselves here. Like, it's gonna take them a while to kill us, but I'd assume we just can't, in standard, I think most 2-color decks should just be on all the pathways and all the slow lands. Hey, LBB, thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. In this specific deck, we're trying to, play Blood on the Snow. So you'll note that we're not playing all the slow lands, but outside of the snow land consideration. Well, you'll just have to be here for the start, Beetle. Yeah, it was like I planned to be done. I had like 3:30 for the end time on my schedule yesterday, Beetle, and like I signed off at like 20 after 4. Mass Effect's been good, you could say.
What's one more grudge?
Yes, the QR code is for the Marvel Strike Force promo. Stream today is sponsored by them. Make a hero collector / battler RPG game on Android and iOS. We're gonna be playing that for a couple hours later in the stream today. Plan is to do Magic for a few hours, do a couple hours of Strike Force, and then a couple hours of Mass Effect at the end again. We're getting close to the end of Mass Effect, actually. Well, end of Mass Effect 2. We're gonna roll right into the 3rd one. We're gonna finish the Overlord DLC today, and then find us an IFF and head into the end game. Yeah, I might not finish it today. Two sessions works out perfect anyways, so we can finish it tomorrow and then start ME3 next week. Arrival DLC. That does not ring a bell. Well, that's certainly a keep. This is a little aggro on the Duress, but I wanted to clear a counterspell if they drew on, so if we spike the untapped land, we can Lolth. Now we'll do this.
I am vengeance, bloody and righteous.
I am not planning to check out the new Pokemon game in the short term. I'm not like, I like the Pokemon IP, but I'm not like super into JRPGs these days. Well, I'm glad we got the Sorin done at least.
Are not for the weak.
The remakes came out. Legends of Arceus I'll probably check out because it's a new style of game when that one drops. That one doesn't drop for a little bit though, right? Thanks for the 37 months, CJNJ. Appreciate the over 3 years. Welcome back. Legend of Arceus is in January. Okay, noted. Yeah, I think my variety game plans are to finish Mass Effect 3, and then after we finish ME3, I plan to, after we finish ME3, nice, good beats. After we finish ME3, I plan to do the new Riot game, Rune King. I don't think I want to drop Concealing Curtains into a sweeper here. So I have not played Assassin's Creed, but the most recent one I picked up on sale. So we're gonna do that at some point. Oh, that's the Metafy thing. They were a sponsor for what's it called? The Open. They're actually gonna be sponsoring our next Open too, and they put up the prize pool for the Unite tournament we're gonna be running on December 4th. We're trying to open up signups for that this evening. Ooh, that's unfortunate. So they get my go blank here now? We still have Lolth though? Oh really? They took Sorin. That's super. Wait, are they dead? Friendo. Okay. So they're dead. Good chat. I want to suck your blood, blah.
Return, I will strip every shred of hope from your heart.
Hey, thanks for the 2.5 years, Crockett. Thanks for the very generous tier 3. Black Flag. What does Black Flag mean? Is that one of the versions of Assassin's Creed? I know nothing about the Assassin's Creed IP. I just bought the most recent one because it was on sale at some point. Added it. Whenever a game that people talk about that's well recommended, I have like a watch list, and if it gets 50% or more off, I pick them up and like put them on my list. It's Assassin's Creed 4. Okay. Pirate Edition. I mean, I do like pirates. No, I think Valhalla is the one that I have. It's on the stream queue. Yeah, Valhalla is the most recent one I picked up. It's on sale. The pirate one's always on sale, but don't. I think our deck is pretty controlling, Zerg. I would describe what we're playing as a control deck. I will 1000% be doing the Horizon Zero Dawn sequel immediately when it comes out. In fact, the first Horizon Zero Dawn, I don't often play games immediately when they release, but Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok will be games that we will be doing immediately upon release. Both of the games that came before those were just superb, fantastic, some of my favorites.
I bring forth to this world. You will serve me well.
Just to have fun, Panda. I've enjoyed it a lot. Never played the series before, and it's been a lot of fun.
Egress.
If you like story shooters, like top of its class, for sure. Ebon Death. Excuse me. That explains why they didn't hit us with the Faceless Haven. It's like really good against our control deck, chat. Ebon Death is really sweet with Jadar. You know, I had a number of people tell me they weren't super into ME1 in terms of combat and stuff, but I actually didn't think ME1's combat controls were bad. As someone who's played like a lot of older games that were updated and remastered, I think ME1 was mostly fine. Yeah, notable does not kill Dargon's chat. Yeah, the legendary edition, it was like more than fine. Agree. We really need to draw an untapped land, chat. If we draw an untapped land, I get to sweep the board and get a Sorin back. I mean, like, I'm literally playing through ME2 right now, and I don't really think there's a super marked difference between 1 and 2. And I'm just playing a soldier through all of them, Hamblin. I like playing my first person's a shooty bang bangs. I'm playing a sniper assault rifle character. Alright, Lolth, like, gives us an extra draw to thing. Glacier Frost, thanks for the 10 months. So she gives us some blocks here, and then next turn she gives us 2 draws at the sweeper. I have battle mages with us, so I usually have, I've been using Samara and Jack as my partners. Glacier Frost, thanks for the 10 months. Cordemi, here we go again. Is this an addiction at this point? Only if you hate it. Thanks for the over 3 years.
My children will take
Okay. All right. We're cooking with gas. Not quite the droid we were looking for. Oh crap, they have a graph reverb. My poor lady, chat. They're gonna kill my lady. Oh wait, I can power word kill this in response, right? I'm pretty sure this is how magic works, right? And then if they exploit, they don't get it. That's pretty good. Alright, does Scotty know, chat? Does Scotty know? Arena tells you, that's good. That's good. Arena should tell you. And it feels like we're about to be in the driver's seat here, huh? Like these champion of the parish come down. Then like we get some blocks in and this blood on the snow is about to mess them up.
a gift in exchange for loyalty.
Yeah, maybe I was supposed to kill one of these first. That's fair. They're gonna get a lot of triggers here. They do notably only have 4 lands though. Wow, this feels like it's... I feel like they definitely ran below average here. It definitely feels like we just got more than a bit lucky.
You fight for...
My will cannot be denied.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. Our Hive of the Eye Tyrant can fire up and clear the zombie dragon from the bin this turn, which is nice.
My ways are not.
It's bold to bargain with me.
Okay. So long, Ebon Death. Hey, happy birthday, Gemini. Happy Thursday to everybody else. You're having a good ending to your week. They do technically have some reach in their hand with these, which is why we're kind of aggressively getting in with this vampire. We'll get to make some more friends next turn, which will gain us some life with Innkeeper. Let's tick. Thanks for the half a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. The QR code on the screen is for an install for Marvel Strike Force. They are sponsoring the stream today. X equals 1. Yikes. Well, that's not great for our hero.
We will. Aren't I generous?
All right, and then where are these friends going? We're murdering the Arc Ghoul here. My face! Definitely murdering the Arc Ghoul. We are en route to stabilization, chat. Hey, thanks to whoever checked out Strike Force using the link. Appreciate you. Down to 3. Hey, congrats, Bandit. They have the Saka thing. Kill a Planeswalker card here. Yeah, we are down to... Oh god, are we dead? Fuck, I think we're dead, chat, right? Because this Exploit Scorpion just kills us next turn? Oh, no. Man, Eaten Alive was such a bad beat. I mean, I could take one, they have 2, chat. Yeah, that's what I mean. They exploit and they make us draw 2. Oh, that's such a good line. That's such a good line. I missed that one. Good shout. Look at that. Look at that competitive Twitch chat advantage.
You deal with this annoyance.
Six mana Innkeeper saves the day. Yep. Is it so?
For knowledge.
Is it worth losing 1 life to draw this card? So I'm going to 7. These put me back to 5. This would put me to 4. This would put me to 3. I need to kill this in response, right? Yeah, I need to cancel the exploit.
My words are for ambitious minds.
So I'm going to 3. This game has been a trip. Yeah. Really, really good game of Magic. Okay.
I'm sure you'll miss me.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Staying alive, staying alive. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Staying alive. Do, do, do. As long as I know how to live, I know I'll stay alive. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Hey, hey. Okay, so we're going to 3 here. We really need a live draw now. Okay, it's a pretty live draw. And we're technically winning this race, right?
You will serve me well.
I should have Duress there. If they have like another Meathook Massacre, my not Duressing is really bad. Hive's a little spooky, yeah. I think we're good with the Lolth drone. What a crazy game. This deck's been sweet so far.
You reek with terror.
Really good mix of stuff. The green splash really getting to show off its flex in these games too. Like both Chariot and Innkeeper have felt good. Alright, so Duress is obviously bad here. Blood on the Snow and Meathook sound great. Is there a Ray of Enfeeblement matchup? Probably not. It kills Jadar and it kills Champion. Maybe I want a couple. Yeah, six mana, reanimate my Innkeeper for the win. And this does give -4 attack regardless, which is kind of nice. Maybe I bring in all 3 of these and I cut the curtains. Yeah, I mean, our opponent's rank 62. They've been doing some winning with their black deck for sure. Thanks for the follow, Maximus. Good morning, good morning. BB8 and Frinkle Nerd. Howdy, howdy. Think we're just on Are we on the kill the things plan, or are we on the Innkeeper into Cadillac plan? I think I'm down to power word kill here. What's going on, Pippias? Thanks everybody for out this morning, by the way. Great to see almost 800 people in here already. If you're new to the channel, like the handful of people that just followed, welcome. My name's Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. We do Magic the Gathering at least 5 days a week to start the day. We tend to play a lot of Constructed, both Standard and Historic. Usually I try to play a little bit of each format every single day that I'm here. Usually we change decks every 60 to 90 minutes or so, so if you like a lot of variety in your Constructed Magic, this is a great place to be. I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing okay. I'm gonna drop this, and we'll drop Innkeeper, and then we could potentially Meathook for 3 next turn. If they double zombie here, we could maybe be in trouble. That's actually kind of spooky. And not just in the Headless Horseman kind of way. Yeah, Headless Rider's not great for us. I guess we do this, and then we do this, and then we just plan to do the next one next turn. I guess that's the line. Yeah. I guess I do have a free attack too. It's true. Yeah, no reasonable player is ever blocking there. It's a free point of damage, so we should take the attack. So we do gain 3 from killing their board. They get 3 friends. We need to hook them again next turn. Their creature lands are gonna give us a hard time here. We're up to 6. Haven can crack us back down to 2, and then I have Esika's Chariot to maybe get some stabilization going. Maybe? Question mark? If they have a removal spell here, plus can activate Hive, we are dead because it is Menace. Somebody bring me pictures of Hive of the Eye Tyrant. It's a menace, chat. Wow, they're playing Blood on the Snow. That's interesting. That's really interesting. That was not the untapped land I wanted for Christmas. Maybe we want Go Blanks? I don't think I want Go Blanks against the 1-drop aggro deck, no. Yeah, we are dead to Hive if they attack with it, yeah. Chat, they have like 3 different things here, so like, this is definitely a spot where like I'm pretty pro conceding when you're dead, but like this is not a clear cut. They always animate Hive of the Eye Tyrant here. Like we showed them a bunch of power word kills in the first game, right? And them activating Hive of the Eye Tyrant here is fucking awful if I have a power word kill. So this is definitely a spot where it's not even about missing it, right? It's about, do they choose to take a line that's better against the removal spell I have 4 of? Or like even I boarded in, you know, 4 copies of Ray of Enfeeblement too, right? So like if they don't, like, I think them making me have it there is fine, but there's definitely a lot of reasonable permutations where they don't do that because they have other things that let them go longer. That's definitely, like, I'm pretty pro that when the game is over, you should pack it up, pack it in, but like that's definitely not one of those spots. drop this as a tapped land, so that way we can Lolth on 4. Yeah, being on the play's not quite as an advantage with a deck like this compared to a more aggressive deck Stinson, though. Like, their deck probably gains more from being on the play. Hey, Deadliest, thanks for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back.
Darkness will do what I demand.
Yeah, that was actually more the point of what I was discussing, Drunk Owl. It's not like waiting for them to attack with the Hive that last game isn't quite like Reed Duke were never conceding. It was there's a lot of reasonable permutations here where they could do other things. And it's not going to cost us a lot of time to wait and find out that they're going to make us have it. We get to untap with Lolth. We're in a pretty good spot. Alas, she has been eaten alive.
Traitors.
It also
All of
exiles
you.
her here, which is not great for us. This is a spell. I feel like this could be a spell. They definitely came to grind in these post-board games. Let's do the top decks again. And I am going to go ahead and just play this as a land now, because passing back to them here means they're going to get to play out any bomb they might have had left over. Dabes, thanks for the 32 months. Welcome back. Glad you enjoyed the YouTube stuff. One Sorin, please. Rats, never lucky. Deal. Couple of triggers go on the stack. See if they have a blood on the snow here. Here's the land. They have the land. So I'm not attacking with my cats because they have a Hive they could animate to block. I'm going to clear out their Arc Ghoul to start. I get the Headless Rider to start. And if they want to trade Hives here, I'm pretty okay with that. We're a little bit ahead at the moment, but only by the slimmest of margins. Definitely anybody's game here. If either of us have a good series of top decks that can pull us ahead, pull either player ahead very quickly. It's a decent one.
Out of my way. I have a way.
I think I want to make a friend first.
You fight for me now.
They're looking at their graveyard. Are we They could have a Blood on the Sonar thinking about, like, destroy planeswalkers, bring a friend back. Staying.
My ways are not for the weak.
Well, I get to double glass half full in our flood here. I get to double activate Hive of the Eye Tyrant next turn. And they're choosing to be conservative here and attack my Sorin.
Things have not gone
Deal.
my way.
Yeah, these games have really been a slug. Nice discard spell. I'm gonna trade creature lands here, which is fine. They're gonna go to 5. Still anybody's game at this point, really. We're ahead by like a very small margin, but it is the smallest of margins. Seeing my opponent getting punished for leaving all of these discard spells in their deck post-board, they are really not good in this grindy stage of the game like we are currently playing. And they hopefully should just be dead here with the power word kill. Even if they draw a blocker, we get to clear one of them out. Yeah, what a crazy match, huh? These things cannot block. Good stuff. Climbing on up the ladder. Do 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 do. How much rank will they lose from that? Probably 200 to 300 spots. The QR code is for our stream sponsor today. Marvel Strike Force is available on Android and iOS. We're going to be playing it for a couple hours after we play some Magic. Easy way to support my content at no cost to yourself is check out the game using the link. It's a hero collector / builder game. Using the Marvel IP, so we get to play some of my favorites like Spider-Man. Spooderman. Sure. Hive, concealing, tapped land, concealing, untapped land, flip. Trailer for the new Spider-Man movie was awesome. Yeah, this card's super playable. I like this card a lot. Brennan DeCandio's mono black deck is on the list of things that I want to play on stream at some point. In fact, I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. His deck looked really impressive on the Hooglandia Open coverage all day Sunday. Which, if you didn't catch the Hooglandia Open coverage, it's all up on the YouTube channel. Loads of magic action there. Schnookums! Thanks for the 25 months. Welcome back. Well, now I think we Duress, huh? Okay, so we take a Chariot, and then we play a land, and then we take the next Chariot. Yeah, I saw you post that list in Discord, Magus. By the end of this week, or like early next week, we should be through most of the viewers submitted lists I want to be playing. And for donations, I'm gonna be looking for other things to poke at. For fuck's sake, man. Stop it with the Cadillacs! Make it stop! Please, make it stop! Help. I need somebody. Help. Not just anybody. Help. Help me. Help me. Help me. Actually just dead, right? Yikes. I will say that something that positive has come out of Crimson Vow is that I think the white aggro deck usurping this green aggro deck as the best deck in the format has definitely been a net positive for Standard. It's definitely much more difficult to attack this green deck than it is the white deck. I don't think the green deck's like too busted, but man, does it grind. These Blood on the Snow decks feel like they have a hard time keeping up with their grind plus aggression. Well, the white aggro deck actually has a pretty good green matchup, which is part of the reason why it's been pushed up to the top. If you missed our Meta Monday report, you'll want to take a peek at that where we go over the stats from last weekend. I don't think I can keep no plays till Sorin. Should have kept no plays till Sorin. Chat, can I have my 7 back? Please, please, sir, may I have my 7 back? Is there a viable non-turned control list in Standard? Yeah, there's a blue-red deck that just doesn't play the turns card. Seth Manfield top-8'd the Red Bull tournament with it last weekend. It plays Hull Breacher Horror and Leer as the top-end finishers instead of the turns card. Hull Breaker Horror? I think it's Hull Breaker, not Hull Breacher. Hull Breacher is the card they banned in EDH. Keep mixing those two up. Chat wants to keep this hand. That's true. We could keep this hand, and then if we don't just draw a bunch of lands, we concede and move on. I actually really like that plan. Professionalism, chat. Professionalism. Again, Tim, if you have questions about the metagame, I really encourage you to just take 30 seconds. By 30 seconds, I mean watch the first couple minutes, at least, of the Meta Monday video. It really covers everything better than I can here, just trying to regurgitate it from memory.
Harmony is strength.
Owaline, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning. Repeating published content is like 60% of my job. Being a parent is a lot like being a Twitch streamer. They're very related. You have to speak slowly and repeat yourself often. I think the absolute number one, like, peak Twitch streamer experience is when, like, someone asks you a question and you, like, take the time to answer it and they come back, like, 2 or 3 minutes later and ask the exact same question. They're like, I'm not sure if you answered this. I wasn't able to listen after I asked it the first time, but here's my same question again. It's just like, all right. Thanks to whoever checked out the Marvel promo and played through to level 2 on the tutorial. Appreciate you. Well, this was easily the best draw in our deck. God bless. Easy block. Easy block, chat. I think we Chariot here, so this way we can soar in next turn and then attack, copy the vampire token. Yeah, so no joke, usually I disable whatever the command is on MTG bot after when I make a command for the Stream Elements bot for promo stuff, but I also agree that it is funny that it calls up Aetherworks Marvel, so I'm letting it ride for today.
You fight for me now.
If Twitch chat's like being a parent, what does sub-only mode equate to? Sub-only mode is like when you tell your neighbors' annoying kids or your kids' friends that they really need to go home and you're only putting up with your own children today.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Any cost yet. He made vampires. He's gonna gain us that life right back. Jeff has clearly done that. I actually haven't had to do that before. Like, my kids are only like 6 and 7. And like, you know, we've been in a pandemic for the last 2 years. So the number of play dates they've been able to have over at the house has been fairly minimal. Block with everything here, just in case, They have like a Ranger's Guile or something. Thanks to whoever checked out the Marvel promo there. Is this a Blood on the Snow turn? I feel like it might be. We just like attack them. You want me to wait a turn? I think we just like pull the trigger, huh? Like these 4/4s are gonna mess my Sorin up.
You deal with this annoyance.
Deal with this annoyance. Great plate of grapes. Thanks for the follow. Grapes are lovely.
Blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
This is land 8. So I can Meathook for 2. Oh, damn. I was gonna say I could Meathook for 2 and then play the other Cadillac. Okay, I messed up now. I need to Meathook for 3. No! Foo! Chat, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. I've given them a landfall trigger, so now I can't attack with Chariot. Oh, man. This turn is all sorts of bad. Well, poop. I like started with one sequencing mistake and then we fumbled into another. That's fine. We're still ahead by a little bit. Yeah, and we're not like losing, but we're just like less ahead than I should be now.
Wish to know my secrets? Very well.
Very well. No creature hit on the Ranger's class immediately is great for us.
Blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
If they have a good turn with Ranger's class and we keep bricking, we could be in trouble here. Okay, better than a brick.
Tactics.
Really need a Lolth or another Chariot though, huh? Oh, fuck, I just let them attack and draw a card. Man, we're playing really well this set, and this game's just been slops after slops. In my head, I was like, I want them to Ranger's class before I kill, but... Wait, this checks on resolution... This is an intervening if clause, right? So they don't draw a card if I kill this? No, it checks when it attacked, right? I hate the templating on shit like this. And they're so inconsistent with how they template stuff in Magic. And like if they drew Inscription or Ranger's Guile here, yeah, there's a good chance my Sorin just died there because of my sequencing mistake.
Darkness, I return.
I don't know that we were winning that game even without my mistakes, but yikes. Definitely did not give ourselves the best possible chance. Their grind is just so incredible. The green matchup does not feel good with this deck. Rather atrocious. The fact that I'm playing Ray of Enfeeblement as our extra removal spell doesn't help. Perhaps this should be like, some of these should be flunks or something, so we can have extra spot removal here. What happened? Well, I misclicked one thing to let them draw a card, and then we drew a bunch of lands in a row on top of that. Their Rangers class popped off and played 3 cards off the top, and we drew 4 or 5 lands in a row. Yeah, we had Chariot into Sorin that game. Flunk versus Ray. I don't even know if that's really a very interesting choice, so much as you're just kind of fucked and have to choose what you want to get beat by. I think that decision's like not super interesting. Because like the problem is that like if you're not playing Rays, you're just gonna die to Thalia's. So then you just like hit matchup variance where like you prepare for one thing and get screwed by the other. So like obviously Ray's not good here, but not having Ray means you just get railed by Thalia. Especially on the draw. Tapped lands. Gonna go ahead and kill this because I don't want this to happen next turn. And if they don't do this, they'll be doing this with a protection spell up, so I won't be able to use my removal anyways. Okay. So you get to grab their 4/4. Actually, I think we'd rather take the troll. They need a land to play either. And this comes back as more resilient to removal. And then I feel like we just get buried from here, right? Like it feels like we're close to 0% when they get to untap and draw 2 cards here. I don't have any removal or sweepers in sight. They're just gonna generate so many cards. Kenzie, thanks for the third of the year. Welcome back. Sure. So, like, I feel like if you think people are playing this card with the expectation that it's flipping, you don't understand what the card's doing. So, like, this card is good because it's you look at this card and you say, if I ignore the transform line of text, is this card playable? And the answer to that question is probably yes. And then you add the transform line of text in, and you go from a, is this playable, to this is playable, and they have to kill it before I get to 7 mana, or they lose the game. So, 0 expectations that this card would flip consistently, but that's also not why you would play it. A Blood on the Snow perhaps could drag us kicking and screaming back into this game, but even then there's a chance that we're just done out here. The Werewolf Pack leaders have each drawn 3 cards starting on this turn, and it's there we go, they drew a removal spell. I had some slops in that first game that maybe could have moved it differently, but that's what, our 4th game in this matchup, and the other 3 outside of the one, we had one game where I was on the play with the nut draw, and it was close, and I maybe could have played better, and the other 3 games were just not close. There isn't really like there isn't really an ace in the hole we can play there, right? Like the sweeper approach is just so mediocre into the green deck, and even your removal spells aren't that good, right? Are there any cards I'm not thinking of that could give us a better shot in the green matchup? There isn't really this one trick that mono green players hate that puts us over the top there. Their creatures just outstat ours. Our removal is inefficient against their board. Our sweepers aren't great against their chariots and planeswalkers and creature lands. Well, if you're just joining us, we played against 2 other decks, and like we felt competitive into the control deck we played against, and then we played against black aggro. We felt pretty reasonable there. And the 3-mana sweeper isn't good. It's shitty for the same reason like the Blood on the Stone and the Massacres are bad. It's like slightly more resource efficient while being bad, but it's still not good. I think that's just a matchup you have to punt. Let's just queue up and hope we get a non-green matchup. Well, you can't really punish their fight spells with a Death Touch card, because majority of their fight spells give Indestructible. So, Shadow's Verdict costs 5 mana, and it misses all of their creature lands, and it misses their 4-drops, and it misses their chariots, and their Renin 7 still sits in play and can just make another token. The sweepers really aren't. The core part of why the green matchup is bad for this deck is our 7 other sweepers we play aren't good in the matchup. And I definitely do not think you fix the matchup by playing different sweepers. And then this is pretty peak Magic Arena matchmaking. Come to the conclusion that there's one matchup that's just bad for you, so you gotta hope to dodge it, and you just queue into it endlessly. It's rigged, chat. Matchmaker's out to get us, clearly. Thanks for the 43 months, Boneless. Welcome back. I'm just gonna concede. I've seen this. I don't care about our rank. I've seen this matchup twice. I would like to try and highlight the deck against something that's not mono green to see if it feels reasonable in other places. So for all the non-green matchups we've played, it felt fine. The ladder is really not good testing for that reason, right? You just have no control over what you're playing against or who. A lot of variables you can't work on. Our 5-card hand is really good. If we draw a green source, these are fine. I think our 5-card hand's like better than our average 6. Okay, that's not a snowlands. Maybe they're like red-green. Perfect. We haven't played this matchup yet. Let's see how it goes. Well, that's a green land if you squint at it. They're playing Teamer. Must just be blue for sideboard cards, huh? Glass. Maybe, probably just green road ramp. Probably want to save this Soul Shatter for this. I don't know what Toxtril does, so I'm gonna assume it's bad. Yeah, Toxtril's not a playable Magic the Gathering card. The solution to our aggressive matchup being bad is not a 7-drop. Oh God. Alright. Well, shit. Tokyo! Thanks for the 2 entire years of support. Welcome back. Now, sweepers sound great here. What's going on, Dark Confidant? Thanks for upping that Prime. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I do really wish they'd just do away with hexproof. Especially with the advent of Ward. I think it's just a mechanic that should be relic to the history of Magic. So I'm not that much of a Magic boomer. Was Dark Confidant super playable in its own standard format? You know, in decades past, was that actually a format staple? It was, okay. And then, so here's another thing you have to consider when you're working on decks like what we're playing. I also am not entirely sure if our deck is actually good, or if just like Esika's Chariot is so fucked up, it could just like take any deck, regardless of what else you're playing around it, and like drag it kicking and screaming across the finish line. Because it definitely feels like a lot of these games are like, oh, well, we played turn 3 Esika's Chariot, and then they died, so... So if I take this, next turn I could flip Curtains and take the Caretaker. I think I'm fine trading Cadillac for Stormseeker here. Get another cat out of it on the way out the door. Am I okay trading Revealing Eye for a 2/2? I don't think so, so I think we hold it back for now. It's for the follow Sunflower. Yeah, especially if we get some blocks out of here, this sounds great. Clear out some friends. Get them, got them good. I don't think Vraska 4 mana is very good in Historic Dark Confidant. When is the next WotC tournament? There's a split standard historic tournament sometime soonish, right? There's a Pro Tour or not Pro Tour, depending on who you ask. Innistrad Championship, yeah. Not drawing a spell here is really bad for us against the Werewolves deck. Super unfortunate. Hey, thanks to whoever checked out the Strike Force promo. Appreciate you. Well, we take those, I guess. Yeah, they hit submit 0 for the targets. Spell must have resolved in another plane, something like that. So I've held the Innkeeper for a double spell turn. If I don't draw a high impact spell, it's just not going to matter, Chumos. Yeah, their Ranger class hasn't been great, but like, also, have you seen the top of our deck? Blood on the snow now. Do 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 do. I'm gonna throw these away to push 6 points of damage here. Just chilling for the time being. Well, at least the top of their deck continues to be as rancid as ours. Hey, thanks for the 34 months, Matt. Welcome back. Man, that is a cheeky card to know about. Why, did they brick again? Okay. Alright, chat, don't call it a comeback. Holy shit. We can still lose this, chat. This game is losable. Yikes. Yikes. Alright, one Doomblade, please. One power word kill. Yeah, this hand haste, they just have to have a blocker or they die. Yep, we have two lethal menace threats here since we drew Hive of the Eye Tyrant. It's a menace, chat. Bring me pictures of Revealing Eye. I really like that they moved from like fear type mechanics and intimidate to menace. It really feels like exactly the right amount of evasion inside of combat. Like, allows your aggressive decks to, like, go wide and get through things, but doesn't make them completely uninteractable. Really, really like that design. Yes, Landwalk is, and if you wanna really go down the rabbit hole of Landwalk is atrocious design and it's responsible for lots of terrible things, fun fact, the reason Blood Moon exists as a card is it was printed to enable Mountain Walkers to be unblockable. Its original intention was so your Goblin King could make your goblins unblockable. And if you're not familiar with what Blood Moon is as a magic card because you're a magic zoomer, God bless, you're lucky. It's an atrocious design stain. You know, I really must say, like, Standard and Historic, like, have their obvious ups and downs throughout time and stuff, but, like, they are light years different / better than getting Blood Mooned and Chalice of the Voided and, man, Magic's older non-rotating formats have some designs in them, let's say. Is this like Chariot into Sorin? I think it's Chariot into Sorin. Modern is it's a very hateful place. I won't fault people that enjoy playing those things, but like, definitely not my cup of tea. Magic's got enough non-games without those effects. Oh, I should have accrued this in response, right? I'm gonna take a hit now I didn't have to take. I guess not crewing it means that, like, they couldn't kill it. Like, if they had a second Thundering Rebuke and I crew it there, they could have killed the Chariot with the second Rebuke, which wouldn't have been great. So maybe not crewing it is right. It's only 2 points of damage. Trench Canary, thank you for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back.
Deal with this annoyance.
Yeah, exactly that, Cenotaph. If you have more than one color in your deck, Blood Moon often is like, flip a coin, you lose the game if you lose the flip. It's like what the games come down to.
Instrad's ancient magic. Our only hope.
Yeah, it's just it's a 2 or 10 design, Lay Archivist. I think 2 or 10 designs tend to not be very interesting. What's going on, username? Thanks for the 7 months. We'll take our 2 free points of life here.
Know that I will not abandon my quest.
I will not abandon my quest. Can we just Sorin again?
No cost is too great. My people
Crew off of these.
serve me well.
Getting 2 Vampire Lighthawks every turn is really strong. The chance you're supposed to Meathook for 2. Maybe? I don't know. I feel like we're kind of in a position that we could be on the offensive here, right?
You can deal with my servant.
Like these 2/2s like largely don't matter.
Civilization encroaches further.
Why would Landwalk be? Can you explain why you think Landwalk would be interesting, Mr. Mark the Shark? Like what kind of decisions do you envision getting made because land walks exist? Trade this time because it keeps Sorin alive. Yeah, it's not an interesting mechanic. In the slightest. So, putting made a little bit of a mistake in the second game there to let us steal that one. That matchup definitely overall felt much more winnable than the mono green matchup though. I don't really think the mono green matchup is fixable for this deck, but all the other non-green matchups were interesting and fun. Like, I do in the non-epiphany games in this format, on average, tend to be pretty good. That was definitely true of this set. Even some of the green matchups that we struggled in, we had some choices to make and felt okay. So to close, I think if you don't mind punting the mono green matchup, this deck feels very reasonable. I think even in the epiphany matchup, even if that one feels a little bit bad to play, you're not just dead there. Our mix of discard spells and then extra disruption out of the sideboard in conjunction with our Chariots and Planeswalkers' ability to put real pressure into play and close games out felt like a decent thing to be doing, especially when you add our creature lands into the mix as well. So I think I like where we ended. I don't think I'd make any changes. A little sad we didn't get to queue into mono white at all to see how that matchup goes, but I have to imagine between the sweepers and 4 Rays of Enfeeblement, we gotta be a little bit ahead there at the very least.